third down. Defense shows blitz. Wilson. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They give for the first time to Rachaad White. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, and they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Again, this is White. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. It was Preston Smith with the stop. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He'll get this to Tucker. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Real. The give now to White. And he's brought down for a loss.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Alert.
Here's 2nd and 11. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Mayfield set to pass. Complete beyond the marker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. So that connection for a 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Working quickly here.
33. Real. Point it right. My time.
2nd and 4. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Hey, alert 33. What's up?
1st and 10. It's a give to White. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Regular. Dad.
Running on second with White. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Hurry.
Man in motion here.
What's that?
White has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they had that one contained right at the line. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Steelers looking for a score before halftime. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Wilson out of the pistol. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set. Up, Nelson.
Drive starts with a carry by White. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Offense up to the line fast.
Alert, alert. What's up?
2nd and 8. Finds him over the middle. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. White trying this straight ahead. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 37. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Third down. Here's Mayfield. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Mayfield to throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Tampa spends its second timeout now. Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
Hey, alert, alert, alert!
Baker now off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin on that play. So that brings up second down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion is still pretty good for the defense.
Real.
It's White on the give. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more...
Brought in inside the 20. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now the offense is going to take its third and final timeout. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Regular. Up. Pistol.
From the red zone now. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Buccaneers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. This will end up as a touchback. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
0. Check 50.
Russ now from the gun. That's caught in stride by Freiermuth. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
What? Let's go double count right here. Double count. Good. Good.
Wilson with it on first. He's on the move. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and he couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
One last play before the break.
Leave. Cut.
Throwing it just before halftime. Throwing for the end zone. And oh, he got it. Interception. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers intercept the final throw for the end zone, and that is how our first half's going to end. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes White. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. He can run it.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the 1st down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Play fake, it's Mayfield. Throwing the out route complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
Run.
Here's White. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here. Mayfield on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Throwing again is Baker. Hauled in left side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Working quickly here. First down, here's Baker. That's a catch, Jalen McMillan. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Alert!
Working inside the red zone. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense up to the line fast.
the 17-yard line.
Mayfield to throw again. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Baker throwing again. Bails out of the pocket quick. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out at halftime. Baker Mayfield the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Cordero Patterson now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Buccaneers take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback. But exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Wow, again they don't snap it before the play clock runs out. So they let first down stand since it worked out well for them. The penalty declined, that brings up 2nd and 10. And that penalty is going to go ahead and put them right back where they started. It's 1st and 10 again.
Alert, 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 alert. Done.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Buccaneers were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Buccaneers continue piling on to this lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Patterson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
2nd and 3. Oh, no, they get him yet again. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Baker now from the gun. This finds Evans, complete. And this one doesn't go far. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Buccaneer football, and this could be over quickly. This lead huge entering the 4th. Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. Here we go. It's Mayfield. Brought in left side by Godwin. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. Offense set for a 1st and 10. A run now with White. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers keep running away with this. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers grow their lead yet again. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And that return gets him a little extra than if he'd taken that knee. He's up above the 25 before he heads out of bounds. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the nice pickup ends beyond the 35 as he goes out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down, here's Russ. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 42. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Russ is cooking again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Wilson to throw again. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here. 1st down throw from Wilson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Once more, it's Wilson. Rolling left, buying some time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing third and long.
36 power. Hold. Good job right there. Right.
Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, or even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the first down.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Gotta go. In now. Let's go. Right. Good shot.
Now here's Russ. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Launches one deep down. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
From the red zone now. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly.
And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Buccaneers throwing 6 more on the blowout. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. All right, I think I already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Game well decided. How does a former player like yourself feel about that decision?
Yeah, whatever you think your answer is, Kate, you're right. I don't think there's anybody that likes this, and I don't think it really is a case when you're up this big. You're just trying to embarrass your opponent, and you better be careful.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Ross out of the pistol. And they pick him off again. Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Buccaneers take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They run. It's White. And he gets this forward to the 19. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Here's White again. And he'll go down here at the 16. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Going to the ground again on first. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys.
You've got to keep moving quick here.
Real. Right time.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. This throw is cut. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Buccaneers continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, one more snap to play here. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.
Yeah.